Nice.
Lego Racers.
Woohoo!
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Square to charge!
Square to
Where to
charge.
charge?
Hello, YouTube watchers. It's your boy Bobbledink here with a group Cork race in Lego Racers. It's myself versus Midnight Heart, who could not be here because she is asleep. But I am here today with JaNinJuice, Lucas, and MTB.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. This is a game that I've watched Roger play before.
This is a game
It is
I
only the
played
best
before.
racing game of all time. Because, like, you know, I've had this debate a lot, but, like, you get to race and stuff, but you get to build your own races and your own cars. Like, that's mega cool,
I
you
know.
know?
Building your own
It
cars
was-
is like the star attraction of this game.
It was a way ahead of Mario Kart.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, Mario what? Like, you know, I don't even know that game, you know?
Even
Never
hardly
heard of
know
it. Never even heard of it.
Yeah. No, certainly not played it for Marcus's channel before, but...
I've certainly never played it and gotten angry at it before, yeah.
I remember I actually did beat this game as a kid. Just renting it from Blockbuster, I think. It's not a very long...
Lego Racers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. See, it's one of those games that, like, you know, not many people will have played it as a kid, but, like, those who will have such fond memories of it and everything. I mean, I guess that applies to a lot of games, but it's one of those things where we had it on, I think, Windows XP, like the PC port version of it, which is how I mainly remember playing it. And I couldn't play it for many years because that port wouldn't play on Vista or any of the more modern.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You played
tracks.
this on PC?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is the PS1 version, right?
This is the PS1 version.
But
And
you
the
didn't
race
grow up with this
is to
version.
do the first 2 circuits, by the way. But
Oh, nice, nice.
they will have seen it at the start, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think Casey played one of these games actually. He told me like as such. He said like it was a really hard game.
When you get to the end game, like notoriously the final boss of the game, that is kind of difficult, I would say, because he does tend to get ahead of you quite a fair bit. The rubber banding in this game sometimes
Absolutely.
Yeah.
can be a pain.
I never beat this game as a kid. I was always too scared to play past the first Grand Prix.
Yeah.
That's obviously changed as an adult, but that last
Yeah.
race is still, like, even as an adult, very tricky, and I have no idea how my older brothers ever completed it. But it is cool because you get to, like, the thing is with winning each Grand Prix, you get to keep the host's car and, like, use it in future Grand Prix, which I think is a really cool feature. It's like, here's a little reward for, you know, defeating my tournament or whatever.
Yes.
It would be like if I were to win Connor's tournament and he gave me, like, the jersey to Cork or something.
Oh, so basically what
You know,
Congress
famous
has to do with
hurling
so basically what Congress has to do with every tournament.
Yeah.
Somebody else winning it.
I mean, what would they be giving? Like, what's Australia famous for? I don't know. Kangaroos, I guess.
Let's not go down
Yeah.
that route about what Australia's famous for, Captain Cook, and let's just continue with the race.
Focus on the race.
Okay, so to change the...
Did I strike a chord there? I don't know.
No. I'm making a funny out of it. But I struck a chord. That's
cool.
the irony.
Oh, okay, nice, cool. I was gonna say, oh no, drama-free 2023, not looking so hot. But...
Aww.
Well, it is looking
So
hot and drama free at the same time.
But yeah, no, like, good point though. Like, so on the race, so I've made it to the second track of the first Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Midnight Heart bless her, she's playing on old laptop in order to take part in the tournament. So
Windows 7.
yeah, so really making the best of what she has, but
Yeah.
it's actually like kind of a miracle that it's running at all, to be honest. So like
It is, yeah.
I kind of
absolutely.
think, you know, on that merit, I'm happy to give her like, you know, a spirit point of, you know, well done for playing
Yeah.
and getting
It's
the game to run.
participation.
Absolutely.
Because
Do we do participation ribbons? I don't know.
I mean, if I have time, I can make one.
Yeah. I mean, you're an artist, Joseph, aren't you?
I am
He designed the Square to Charge logo we showcased right at the start.
Yeah. It took a while to make.
And I believe she was,
absolutely.
and if I'm not mistaken, I believe she recording this using Fraps as well. Yeah, because OBS wouldn't run.
I believe so, yeah, because OBS will not run on Windows 7, so very well done. And that's me finished the second
Yes,
track.
very nice.
On to the Magma Moon Marathon, I believe it's called. We'll see in a sec if I got that naming correct.
I guess what we're seeing on Midnight's side is that it's not just like video lag, but it's just that her recording, or not recording, but her emulator.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how far she would have gotten were her. I don't quite know the full story. I think it's her gaming PC is currently out for repair.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah,
Something.
that got you.
She's waiting
Yeah.
for it to be repaired. But hopefully
like
by
a-
the time her next race comes along, she would be...
In a much better position to race. Probably.
It's like a
with the game coming out.
it's like a throwback to SSC2 when I had to use an old white MacBook to do my races.
Was this? Oh, this was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, in 2021.
remember, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's also a throwback to when I first joined the community and I was using my like crummy uni laptop that
Crumbs in the
was
keyboard.
already 3 years old at that point. Yeah, literally. Sticky keys and everything. Like, oh.
The keys get stuck
I mean,
down.
we did say. I mean, it is appropriate for a 1999 tournament. You know, the nostalgia of it all, the tech capabilities and stuff. I mean, funny thing is, her laptop's probably still more powerful than like PCs would have been in the late 90s.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
So-
back on the topic. Oh, sorry. You go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, show of hands who's played this game before. Is there anything you want to know about it while we're here? Like,
Not me.
Well, funny you should say that,
I
though.
did. Oh. I'll say what I was going to.
we got. Anyway, like I just noticed that I just remembered that this game, if you can correct me if I'm wrong, Rodri, but it takes kind of an inspiration thing from a game called Diddy Kong Racing, where their items are categorized through color, and there's only like a very limited amount. So many power-ups in like different, like 3 or 4 different kinds.
that
And
is
if
that
you
is
go-
very interesting. Yeah.
And if you go
Was
into
like-
the same colored brick, it just upgrades your previous item.
Yeah, I love that so much as well. Like, there's tiers
Yeah.
to the items you get to use in a race.
Because it's used in
So, for
different
example,
ways.
blue's a shield, red is projectile,
Yeah.
yellow is oil stains or something to leave behind, like the banana peel, basically, and green is the booster. And what I really love about the green brick is if you collect 3 white bricks, you can basically teleport through half the map
yeah.
and win the race that way.
That's-
It's
that's a
like
bit
Crash Tag Team Racing levels of bullshittery when it comes to, you know, just like charging straight through the race. But yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting because in Diddy Kong Racing, there's only like 3 different kinds of power-ups in that game. There's a boost, there's a missile thing, and there's like things you can leave behind, so like oil slicks and stuff like that. And they categorize it as blue is boost, red is firepower, and green is leaving behind the items. So that's
Oh,
quite
interesting.
interesting that they switched it in this game, the blue and the green.
It's like, oh, see here, green is boost, therefore it's completely different. Is probably what they were thinking.
Yeah.
This is one of
Or
those
is it
games
that
you can feel like-
teleportation?
yeah.
Like,
But, yeah,
I was
so
going to say
cool.
as well, like about your point on technical things in the 90s. By the way, the most technical thing that ever happened in the 1999 was Bill Gates getting a pie in his face. That's it. Go on.
Actually,
that's
yeah.
brilliant.
But before we go a bit further along this to the next conversation topic thing, I'd just like to say I did just remember that in Diddy Kong Racing there is also the bonus balloon, which it is like a shield or something.
Diddy Kong Racing's a really good
That's so cool.
game.
Like
When
it
did
was-
Diddy Kong Racing come out?
That's
97.
yeah, 97.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, you won't see it in this tournament then, guys, but maybe in a future Supercharge or Versus series.
Connor has his Connor has ideas. Yeah.
And I have ideas for our Let's Play series when we
Absolutely.
when we get to that.
Plenty of fun stuff coming up on Squared
That's
to
gonna-
Charge.
I was going to say as well, my experience with this game is one of them games I've never owned, but I played it the same way I did like Lilo and Stitch and Hearts of Darkness, and that was on a kiosk in a Brewster's.
Wait, you played Hearts of Darkness? Why did you not tell me this?
I played it briefly.
So that's me winning the first Grand Prix, by the way. So
Yeah, we did
I'm
that
now
first
moving
level.
on
Very
to
nice.
the King Kahuka circuit.
Nice. So
Second
if you
Grand Prix,
lose,
or-
rhyme me. If you lose in like the Grand Prix, you have to do the whole Grand Prix again.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a very punishing game, this.
Yeah.
But as you
It
can
makes
see, I've now
sense.
won
Sense.
Captain Redbeard's car set. So I think that's what's really cool is the incentive to like keep winning races. Like as well as defeating the game, you get more options of what to build, and
Yeah, that is.
it's just really cool. Yeah.
I should probably play this game again at some point.
Oh, we should probably do a race of it ourselves at some point.
Yeah.
JaNinJuice.
That would be cool.
Who knows if we
need to
meet again in
refresh
this
myself.
tourney? You know, rematch time.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
I don't know. I like Robo Racer though. I would have built my own racer, but I'm like, given that it's a race, I was
Not
like,
gonna
nah.
lie, I feel like that character that popped up there like would not be accepted in 2023.
Probably not.
No.
It's pretty close to Peter Pan, that character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
what you mean.
Even some of this imagery here, you're like, yeah, product of its time. You know, it's still a very
Basically-
fun game to play.
Basically the whole Gex series.
Product of its time.
Marcus
I-
Terry Bedford, product
One.
of its time.
Okay, so I got the starting boost, so
Okay, so that
Okay.
is also something we can talk about. Like, how does the start boost work in this game? I can't remember.
So it's interesting because obviously depending on what kart racer game you play, you'd obviously hit it at different points. Here you have to tap X as soon as go appears on the screen.
Okay, so it's,
Like as soon as you hit see go, you know, you tap X and whoosh, you get a boost. And depending on how precise your tap is, depends on the level of boost you get. So there I got the second tier boost. But sometimes if you hit it a bit late, you'll get the first tier boost.
I
I
got
don't think you can teleport with hitting X at the start. At least I've not seen it done. Maybe a speedrunner
Yeah.
somewhere has found a hack to do it, so I don't know. But
because yeah, that is also another element borrowed from Diddy Kong Racing as well.
What racing game didn't borrow something from Diddy Kong Racing after it came
I mean
out?
that's true. I mean CTR did the eventually.
you're just like deconstructing my entire childhood. I thought all this time that this was an original kart racing game, and that every kart racing game thereafter took inspo from it, but
Yeah.
except for Crash Tag Team Racing, that's the other original kart racing game.
I mean, funnily enough, the same year CTR came out.
Yeah, and you know what? Here we are still talking about this and playing this one, so clear to see which one did fared the better out of the two.
Evidently, yeah.
And I know what you guys are thinking. There may have been a CTR race, and to that I say, don't think about it. So, Midnight Hearts stuck on the first race still, and meanwhile I'm one race into the second
And
circuit.
again,
so.
Midnight Heart was also stuck on Windows 7.
Yeah.
Like, but I feel for her, but I'm also feeling, inspired by her. She is like, just chugging along, and it's very inspirational.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're not just here. It's not all about winning the race, but it's about just having fun with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the hope that this tournament can.
As we all know, I am a famous tryhard, so I do play to win.
I mean,
you didn't see it, Joseph, but after our race, I was like completely salty. I was doing press ups all day the next day, thinking must get revenge.
Sorry about
Lucas could testify to that as well. He was in the call.
that.
Aren't you,
What?
Lucas?
Sorry. I
was just saying, I was completely try-hardy after my defeat from Joseph,
Yeah, he was he was going all crash purple on those barbells there.
Absolutely. So when's the famous Lucas B and MTB tag team happening for Crash? I nearly said Spyro. What now?
Oh yeah, but yeah, it looks like that has to happen now. Yeah,
because it seems like you guys hold all the cards in Crash between you.
Oh yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
The things that you guys can't do, the other seems to be able to do, and I just think if we were to ever do a tag team style tournament, you guys would be a formidable force, definitely. So something to think about.
You hear it, yes, Marcus. Put your thinking cap on and think about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think I'm 2 races short of finishing the objective.
Very nice.
Yeah.
so
I think the other thing I always liked about this were the graphics almost. They're so colourful and imaginative. And things like the buildings in the background have kind of a Lego-y vibe to them, which I always thought was really cool.
yeah. But one thing though is that they're quite realistic environments, even though it's a Lego game. I don't see many Lego bricks around us making up the environment.
I mean, I see it more in the buildings than I do.
I mean, I think that
the buildings and the vehicles
PS1
than anywhere else. I mean, there is a new Lego. Well, I think it's a Lego Racer game, although I looked at the trailer and it looks more like Lego Grand Theft Auto. But it's like Lego 2K Drive. I think would be really cool to give a try.
Okay.
See, at the moment I'm struggling to get a green block. Because if I had to do that, that would put me at an advantage in this race, because it's a fairly short, compact track with not much opportunity to catch up otherwise. So.
Yeah.
But in a second, I'm about to utilize a shortcut that no one else seems to use for some reason.
What difficulty is the AI on? Can you choose?
I don't know, to be honest, but I think it's worth mentioning this is only the second circuit. It definitely ramps up the difficulty the further through the game you go.
Yeah.
But I don't think I need to tell you that because you've played it, obviously.
Yeah. I haven't played it for 20 years?
Yeah. It's a very good game. It
I
warps
there isn't
Mario
any-
Kart.
I noticed there isn't any drifting going on in this game either, which is a rarity
No.
for a kart racer.
Yeah, no, I found that quite interesting. I did try some drifting, but all it did was like make me brake. So
But I think
What-
the reason why they didn't do a drift is because it does make sense in terms of the Lego things, because Lego toys can't drift in real life. So.
that's kind of the only reasoning I could think of.
And other than that, it is
or at least
like
At the very least, that's like an in-universe theory. I think the other theory is I don't know how long the development cycle for this game was. So
However, I think that it was a purpose decision because they were thinking, let's just keep it a nice and a simple turn left, turn right kart racer for the kids.
yeah.
And just
Well, actually, you look at things like how the cars bounce down the tracks. Like they do very much have the physics of a Lego toy in mind. So I'd like to think that's what it was.
another game that does do that is Toy Story Racer. That has a good idea for how a kart racer should feel when
Wouldn't
you're in
that
an
be one
RC
hell of a
car.
Yeah,
crossover?
I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah. Even though the game is repetitive, you have to
It
do
is actually,
200
yeah.
challenges, and the challenges
the
do
problem.
tend to repeat, with changing the difficulty up a little bit or changing the environment.
Yeah, it's a very
I think
long
you
game.
just described most video games there.
I know, but you like if you think you know it, not unless you don't know it until you
Yeah.
play Toy Story Racer.
Toy Story Racer's like the epitome of repetition, though.
Is that the same as the Buzz Lightyear racing game there was? Or am I
No.
thinking of something different?
That's a different one. It's just Toy Story Racer, basically. It's just called that, and it's just based on the original Toy Story. But funny enough, it came out in like 2002, which was
Is it-
after Toy Story 2.
Is it me or are like video game tie-in is getting worse? Like
Yeah, they used to be.
There seem to be-
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
Hey, Garen.
welcome to
Into
Gentle
the Donut
Forward on the
Off
Oath.
one.
Hey, Garen.
Now,
You've
me and him will be
joined
racing after this
in-
post commentary, so
Yeah,
Based
you've
on
joined
your
during a
post-commentary.
post-com. Cool. I'll be sure to stick
I can
around.
chill.
Nice. So the game is Lego Racers, and it's a race to defeat the first two circuits, and I'm nearing the end of the second one.
Let's see how Midnight's doing. Is she
Okay.
still on the first race?
Yeah, she's on the third lap though, and I think she's nearing the finish line.
She's in second right
I'll-
now.
I'll tell you what though, to get second on the machine she's been running it on is quite the impressive feat. So again, hats off to her for that.
Yeah.
And I've just finished my final race. So, GG Midnight Heart. Thank you for the race. I know you couldn't be here in this commentary, but we look forward to seeing what you can do this tourney.
Yeah.
Should be some good races coming up. And there I am on the massive number one. Well, thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
how big headed of you to be on the number one.
And remember, let your creativity run wild.
Charge over to
Absolutely.
the subscribe button.
No, we will
That
not be
actually
charging
works. Square to charge over the subscribe.
No.
Over the subscribe button. Over
Over. Square
to.
to charge over
Go
to.
to the
Sorry,
Square
I
to
complicated that now. Marcus
Square
said
to charge.